Ah, this is the pinnacle of prisoner management. Hundreds of prisoners have their mouths and butts sewn together, forming a giant greedy snake. At the front is the biggest eater, a fat man, because he decides the fate of the hundreds of brothers behind him. This perverted old man who eats 3 meals a day is actually the warden of this prison, yet no one here fears him. On the contrary, every prisoner hates him to the core simply because he is a downright tyrant. He breaks prisoners' arms, pours boiling water on their faces, and cuts off their eggs, serving them with broccoli. He not only loves eating eggs, but also enjoys them dried, because he indulged in pleasures all day, causing significant financial pressure on the prison, which quickly drew the governor's discontent. The accountant told the old man about the centipede plan, which would effectively manage the prisoners and save a lot of effort. Upon hearing this, the warden exclaimed, "Good heavens," and directly invited the director of this movie. Performance. After some discussion, they decided to start immediately. Arriving at the prison, the warden took out a tranquilizer gun and knocked them out one by one. In the hospital, the warden announced the transformation process, which was horrifying. First, cut off the knee joint ligaments, then connect one person's mouth to another's rear. But how do they solve hunger? That is through the excrement of the person in front. In this way, some sickly individuals who cannot be connected to the centipede are directly sent by the warden to meet an untimely end. For example, this man, his lumpy lung and intestines are necrotic, unable to defecate normally. The warden happily watched the surgical process, which was so cruel that it disgusted the directors of the first 2 movies. This centipede is the longest and most brutal in the human centipede series. From the warden's smile, it was clear the surgery was very successful. At this point, they decided to invite the governor, who expressed the desire to take a look. Upon seeing the scene, the governor was terrified. There on the field lay a giant centipede like a greedy snake, and as the head is a burly man. The accountant explained his idea to the governor, which would not only save food, but also reduce criminal activities. Over here, a person instantly defecated in front of the governor. Broke completely, and those serving life sentences lost their arms and legs. It shows that the country needs talented people like you, because your actions might help me become president. The story ends with the warden's cheers. The doctor from the first film played the warden, and the chubby guy from the second film played the accountant. A powerful collaboration that makes one think deeply. Highly recommend everyone to watch.